What's going on, Facebook family? Woke up feeling blessed today, as always. I think that's one thing that that we take for granted. That's a huge blessing, that we start our day off every day. As some people didn't get the chance to wake up, and here we are. So we got to make the best of our time here on earth. But really, my message today is, never ever give up on yourself. My journey to sobriety, and I'm going 10 years strong now, clean, is you got to do everything that you've done before differently. You can't do anything the same. You have to switch everything up, from the smallest detail to the biggest detail. And what I mean by that is, how it happened for me is every time, I say every time, because I was incarcerated 2 times and only did a couple of months each time. But, during the time I was incarcerated, that allowed me to have the time. I take that as a blessing too, because it gave me the time to sit back and think with a clear mind. And, I know that leading the life that I was involved in, I didn't want to do that, I was always a hard worker and everything else. So, it gave me time to put things into perspective, and I knew I wanted to change. So what I did was, as soon as you get out, if you sold drugs in your life, everybody was always, here, give you something, tell you, I'm gonna get you back on your feet. But are they really getting you back on your feet, or are they keeping you in that revolving door that you always would be caught up in? So I didn't go that route. I went right to my boy's house. He know who he is. Every time anything would happen, I go there, and I had a bed at his house. That's how much his family loved me. He was like my brother. So I went there, and first night I got out, and it was open arms. He was like, "Oh, listen, you got your bed here, you could stay." And I told him, "Nah, man, I got to do things different this time," and I ended up calling emergency housing, and they came, they picked me up. It was like 11:30 at night, came and picked me up. They brought me from Brentwood all the way to Port Jeff, man. I went to some place called Pax Christi, and I don't know if you guys know that this kind of place exists, but Pax Christi, everybody goes there. I guess people are just coming home and they have nowhere to go. I went there in the middle of the night. By the time I got there, it was midnight. I did my little registration, and they led me into a room, asked me if I was hungry. I wasn't at the time. All I wanted was a bed. So they brought me into the room, and I'm telling you, it was pitch black. All you hear is people snoring. Some people get up to look who's walking in, but you can't see anybody that's in there. They showed me to my bed, and I'm telling you, even though I had the worst surroundings, at least of what I thought, that bed was comfortable as hell, man. And that was just, I don't know, that was a blessing too, like that I got to sleep comfortably and feel good about my surroundings, even though I didn't know what the hell was happening. And that was just one of the steps that I took, that I had to switch up just the smallest detail in breaking the cycle of what I was involved in. My message to you guys is, you could do it. If I could do it, you can. Every day is a struggle. You have to be willing to fight and know that your end result is what you're fighting for. Keep the end result in mind. Every day, every minute, every time that you're faced with a decision that you have to make, whether you need to use or feel like using or not, think about you having kids later on down the road if you don't, or your kids and your relationship with your kids. Think about your career. Think about where you want to end up. Think about the business that you want to have. Think about everything else besides that emotion or feeling that's making you feel like you have to take a drug to get by at that current time, because you don't. And just continue with that strong mentality, and you could get by, man. I'm telling you, nobody and everybody would tell you, if you spoke to some of the friends that I grew up with, they would have told you, yo, that kid is lost, he's gone, and there's no reaching him. And today, I'm here and I'm involved in the community, and I made a major change in my life. So, almost, over going on 10 years with my job, it's a blessing every day. So you guys stay blessed, keep fighting, and just keep your head up, man. That's it.